Hello and welcome to Hood2Hood Basketball, where we document basketball activities across the various communities in Ghana. As you can see, seated by me is Raphael Botsyo Nkegbe, who is the national captain of the wheelchair basketball team. So we are here to have a little chat and interactions with him to find out. He recently won the Swag Sports Award for the Best Sports Personality of the Year. So we'll be finding out from him what he's been up to, how his journey started, and all that. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere. So welcome to Hood2Hood Basketball.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so a lot of people might have seen you but don't really know. Can you tell us about yourself?
Yeah, Raphael is a para athlete and was born in Volta region. And Raphael have a family. I have a wife and a kids. And Raphael is known in the wheelchair athletics more, but Raphael loves wheelchair basketball.
Okay, so wheelchair basketball. Let me ask, how was growing up for you? Where did you grow up?
Yeah, I grew up in a Volta region, so Gakope Sokpe to be precise. My family lived there, but I spent most of my lifetime also now in the Unauthorized region, currently Bruno region. That's where I start everything in terms of life, in terms of going to sports. That's where it all began. By my childhood, my growing up, my primary school, all was in the Volta region. Sokpe to be precise. That's where I growing up.
Okay, so what schools did you attend?
Yeah, my school was Sokpe LAJHS in Sokpe, but my how do you call it? My senior high level, I came in the Unauthorized region in the vocational school. That's why I completed. I couldn't go to the SS, but I went to the vocational side. Then I did the craft work and the leather work and I have a certificate in the MVTI.
Okay, so let me ask this one too. Have you always been like this, or it was a situation that got you into the wheelchair?
Yeah, I got a polio in the age of 6. In the age of 6 that I developed polio. According to my mom, the story was always I'd be the first to wake up in the bed. But one day they wake up, everybody wake up, and I was last to wake up. And they rush on to check on me, and they try to raise me up to stand on my feet. I couldn't, so I wasn't born disabled. I developed the polio in the age of between the 5 and the 6 coming. So yeah, and I've lived with it for over 30-something years now.
Wow. Okay, so how did you get into basketball? Who introduced you to basketball?
Yeah, it all started. My dad is a police, and we were transferred to the Unauthorized region, currently Bono region. And growing up, I don't know nothing about para sports. I don't know nothing about wheelchair basketball because I growing up seeing people doing only playing football, and in school the only thing I can do is to be among the Jama group, trying to cheer people up if they are playing. So when my dad was transferred from Accra to the Unauthorized region, I joined him there, and one day I was introduced to an organization called GSPD. GSPD is Ghana Society of Physical Disabled, and they have a sports wing. So I used to go to their meeting one of days, and they said they are doing sports. It was funny to me in the beginning because you need your upper body to do sports, so you can't do sport without your legs. So when I went to the training with them the first time, they were doing something like throwing ball within each other, and they were saying they are playing basketball. And I thought, oh, okay, if there's something I can do with my upper body, why not? So I decided to join them every Saturday. So I developed from there. From 93, I started playing with them basketball up to 2000. 2000, before we have some leaders from United States who come and take us through the professional way of wheelchair basketball. Then I also get an interest from there. So it all started from 93 when my dad was transferred to Unauthorized region.
Okay, so how would you say the journey has been so far for you?
I would say the journey has been up and down because we love to do something as a disabled people, which is a sport that we also feel like we can do. But sometimes having the facilities, having the equipment, having the human resource in the matter like getting people to believe that, okay, we can also do something with our upper body, help us to achieve that dream is not there. But we being the disabled people believe in ourselves, myself particular, I believe in myself. When I realized that I can do something with my upper body, I put in all the effort that I can rise to the highest high. But the journey has never been smooth, but I can say for a fact that it's a worthy decision I make to be in the para sports and the wheelchair basketball.
Okay, so joining the para sports and the wheelchair basketball team, what are some of the games or the competitions that you partake in?
Yeah, being a para wheelchair basketball, I haven't taken the wheelchair basketball to an international, but most of national events, 10 regional wheelchair basketball, 4 regional wheelchair basketball, we were part of the National Sports Festival that was held in Kumasi 2017. I was part of Unauthorized Image the Champions. That was the first time they included wheelchair basketball in any national event in the country. And so we're so happy that we're part of it. And Unauthorized has been a region that have dominated the wheelchair basketball for over almost 13 to 14 years now. No region has beat Unauthorized. I'm a captain for the Unauthorized team and a general captain for the national basketball, the Black Charros. So I've took Unauthorized to the 10 regional tournament. The 4 regional wheelchair basketball time was held in Hood2Hood region in 2018. That Unauthorized made champion. Some of the athletes have got opportunity to go to Nigeria to play in some of Nigeria championships. Some of them have got opportunity to go to United. But for me, it was more like leading some of them, because on the way, my attention was shifted to the wheelchair athletics or para athletics. So that way I was no more internationally. But the wheelchair basketball was the one who gave birth to my para athletics sports. Yeah.
Okay, so let me say, what is one of the main challenge when it comes to wheelchair basketball in Ghana?
I would say our main challenge for wheelchair basketball has been the equipment, because the equipment is the one that can help you. We can't play the wheelchair basketball with this chair. We have a special design chairs that have like 2 ties, have like a 5 ties, the smaller ones, and that it gives you stability. Then you can play and do whatever, do the dribble, the shooting and everything. So the equipment aspect has been one of the challenge, and it has always been our challenge. And the second challenge was being the finance aspect for us to travel, because we're supposed to go to the African Championship, which is the qualification to the Tokyo and the World Championship in Germany in 2017. But lack of funds from the government and the ministry, we couldn't go. And but in all, 2 of the athletes, the general secretary and the coach, national coach, Visa Lukui, was able to attend. So I would say the equipment has been a challenge. We have, for the human resource, we have so many disabled, talented para athletes out there who love to play wheelchair basketball. But our challenge has been the facilities is 1, the equipment is 2, and the finance is 3.
And what would you suggest can be done, or how do we address such challenges?
What I would say, like the country should just pay attention to all sports, because of wheelchair basketball has been one of the sports that is played across the 10 region. We love to do it because it's a team sport. You can even be in your everyday chair and trying to do it until you develop to the professional level that you might need the standard wheelchair basketball. So if we might pay attention to it, it can draw a lot of people out of the roadside. A lot of people might fall in love with it and try to do it professionally, because we have so many athletes. 2 of the Unauthorized athletes are in UK at the moment through the basketball and the wheelchair tennis. So I would say that they should pay attention. We need a corporate body also support, because these equipment are equipment that sometimes if you get it, it can last for maybe 5 years, 10 years before we can get a new one. So that's what I would say, that they should pay attention and support that equally.
Okay, so then again, I would want to know, for you, how has basketball developed you?
Basketball has developed me a lot. The reason be Basketball works on so many parts of my body, even though I'm especially in wheelchair racing. Basketball has helped me a lot because you have so many movements in basketball, the drills that we've gone through, the arms movements and all those stuff has helped in so many ways. So the confidence I gain from the wheelchair basketball that are helping me doing well in the para-athletics. So I would say that it's a team sport, and the team sport, we all contributed to each other and help each other to grow. That alone has helped me. And the movement in the wheelchair basketball is the same like a wheelchair racing. So I would say that aspect, because that paved way for me. So that's why I love that basketball. I love the team sport. I've turned down so many captainships in Ghana in terms of the para sports, but when they call on me for the wheelchair basketball, I just open my arms, because that's where I feel like it's a team sport and I develop it from there.
Okay, so basketball, you've won some awards. How do you feel about that, being recognized for what you do?
I would say that I'm so excited to lead my region, the Brown and Afro region, to so many competitions that has been won by Brown and Afro region, being a captain. And the first captainship I got as a para athlete in this country, or as a para sportsman, is through wheelchair basketball. So that's how I feel so special, because it's something that I love. But I'm so happy when I led my team to win the first ever wheelchair basketball champion 10 regional during the National Sport Festival in Kumasi, and continually out of that, the four regions that make it to the semi-final was selected to play a top 4 the following year in a voter region, and then also we won. So that alone has been one of the great achievements, leading the Brown and Afro team to the national championship and winning it. And also through that, I was selected as one of the the top goal scorer in the tournament. I've been adjudged so many MVPs in some of the tournament, the top goal scorer, the best player, and all those stuff. So basketball might not take me to the international, but within me, basketball have done a lot for me.
And you recently won the SWAG Awards for the Sports Personality of the Year. How do you feel about that?
I feel so great, because as I said earlier on, that when I developed interest in the wheelchair basketball, and I said that my upper body can be something I can use, so I put in all the effort, because the aim was growing up also to use the sports as one of the tools to change the perception and try to inspire the next generation coming after me. And the SWAG Personality of the Year has been something I would say that this is the first time that any male athlete has been nominated in this higher position. I can say it's a 17-long journey, but I'm so happy that all the para fraternity are so happy, from wheelchair basketball, wheelchair tennis, para taekwondo, hand cycling, para athletics, and all the para sport. Everybody is so happy that somebody from the para family has won something like that.
Congratulations for that award. And you mentioned about perception of para sports people, athletes. Yeah. How have you managed to use your influence to change that perception?
I have changed a lot because of me growing up. I realized that there's so many stigma. People think that being a disabled person, you can't do anything to help yourself. There's a limitation for what you can do. But some of them have proved it wrong, that giving equal opportunity, everybody can rise to the highest high. And I've used this sports. Anytime I get opportunity to be on TV, radio, I've been interviewed to all the bigger international stage like a CNN, a BBC. I keep on saying that everybody has some unique talent within him or her. Giving equal platform, that opportunity or that talent can be a beneficial for the nation and the community. So I would say that I have changed a lot in Ghana in terms of through wheelchair basketball, through para athletics, and through me being the para athlete in the voice for the voiceless. Sometimes, if any issue come recently about the African game Ghana will be hosting in 2023, I've come out with so many talk about inclusive, about proper planning to include everybody, because it's likely wheelchair basketball might be part of the next All-African or Commonwealth Game 2022, 3v3 has been introduced. So wheelchair basketball might be having opportunity to go internationally with the wheelchair basketball. That would be a first breakthrough for us in being the wheelchair basketball players. So I would say that a lot have changed. And you, the media, also has played. Here I am today, you doing an interview about wheelchair para-athletes and talking about it. So a lot have changed.
Okay, so let's say in the next 5 years to come, where would you want to see para-athletics, para-sports, and wheelchair basketball?
What I want to see the next 5 years, one is for us to have that international competition or international representative for the nation. That's what I'm saying, that for 5 years from now, we have Commonwealth coming, we have all African Games in between, and we have the Paralympics within these 5 years coming, as you asked. So my biggest dream is to see Ghana wheelchair basketball team, the Black Charros, representing the nation and competing within these African countries like Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, and part of the world. 3v3 has been introduced. If the bigger team like 12 players cannot go, 3v3 is contained with only 5 players or 4 players, 3 on the court and 2 as outstanding players or 1 as outstanding player. So we're hoping that the 2022 Commonwealth game, Ghana might have that opportunity. If not nothing, we hosting the African Games, para can have that opportunity. That's what I want to see Ghana in the 5 years to come. And also in locally, I want to see the wheelchair basketball league or playing competitive, like having the playing within ourselves competitively in Ghana.
Okay, so let me leave you to just request 2 things from government, either of them that comes to power or in the sports ministry. What would that be?
I would say that it's my dream one day to wake up and see that most of the facilities we are building in this nation have accessibility for wheelchair basketball. You know, the Ministry of Youth and Sports is doing well. There's so many facilities built across the region. I'm hoping that those facilities that have the same multi-purpose, it means that wheelchair basketball or basketball court will be in there that can be used by the able bodies and the wheelchair basketball players. I want to see something like that. Or my dream that Ghana will be able to build one of the international standard wheelchair basketball court, because if they build it for the able bodies, it will be used by the wheelchair. So if they have one international standard basketball court in this nation, it might go a long way to develop both the able bodies and the para. And also, it's my dream that one day the National Sports Ministry, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, will have a place that will be more accessible for everybody, including the para, going there to talk to our minister or talk to anybody there. But what we have now for the previous government that has come is not all that accessible to person with disability.
Thank you very much for spending time with us.
You are welcome. It's a great honor for me to be part of this. This is what we're all doing to inspire other people out there. And my last message will just be, the election is coming. We just hope that everybody should go there and explain his opinion, vote peacefully, and go home. And let's have our holy Ghana that we all dream of. Because the statistics have shown that if there is a war in any country, there's more disabled people that come in the end after the war. And those who are almost disabled people also get lost their life because they can't run to anywhere. So we appeal to everybody, they go up there and have a peaceful voting coming 7th December. And let's have only one Ghana. And have it in mind, disability is anybody's lot at any time. So let's respect each other as we go along.
Okay, and we wish you all the best in your endeavors. So there you have it. We've been speaking to Botsyo Nkegbe, who is the national team captain for wheelchair basketball. My name is Junior Anthony Auzuga, and this has been Hood2Hood Basketball. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.